Something is about to happen with your soulmate this Christmas. Open this fast. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now, especially if you felt that quiet pull in your chest that you couldn't explain, the feeling that something is shifting just beneath the surface of your life. Listen to this. You didn't land here by accident. There is a reason your attention was caught at this exact moment, a reason your intuition told you to stop instead of moving on, because something is about to happen with your soulmate this Christmas, and the universe wants you aware before it becomes obvious. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. This season carries a different kind of energy, not just lights and memories, but reflection, truth, and awakening. And your soulmate is standing at the edge of a moment that will quietly change how they see love, connection, and destiny itself. Listen to this. You may not see it yet, but you feel it, don't you? That strange mix of calm and anticipation, that sense that time is slowing down and speeding up at the same time. This is how alignment feels before it reveals itself. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate has been moving through an internal shift that didn't start today, but it is reaching a point where it can no longer stay hidden. Old emotions are resurfacing, not to haunt them, but to be understood. Feelings they thought they outgrew are returning with new meaning. Listen to this. Christmas has a way of softening defenses and opening the heart, and the universe is using this window to bring clarity where there was once avoidance. You're sensing it because soul connections don't rely on constant communication, they move through intuition, through sudden thoughts, through energy that shows up without warning. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You didn't imagine the signs. You didn't imagine seeing repeating numbers when your mind drifted to them. 1111 when destiny activated and reminded you this connection is not random. 222 when patience was needed so fear wouldn't rush the process. 444 when protection wrapped around you during moments of doubt. 777 when faith was required even without proof. Listen to this. These signs appear when timing is alive, when something sacred is being assembled behind the scenes. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate may seem quieter lately, more reflective, more inward, and it's important you understand this clearly. Silence right now is not distance, it's preparation. The universe often pulls people inward before something important surfaces, because truth needs space to arrive without interference. Listen to this. They are being asked to sit with questions they once avoided, to look honestly at what they want, what they fear, and what they are finally ready to choose. Growth doesn't always feel exciting at first, sometimes it feels heavy, thoughtful, even unsettling, because it dismantles old patterns that once felt safe. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You are sensing this shift because your own spiritual awakening prepared you for it. You learned how to listen to your intuition instead of chasing reassurance. You learned how to stay grounded in uncertainty instead of panicking. You learned how to trust timing without surrendering your self-worth. Listen to this. That growth matters now. The universe does not bring lasting connections to anxious hearts, it brings them to steady ones. That is why your peace feels stronger even without answers. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Something is about to happen because your soulmate is approaching a threshold, a point where pretending is no longer possible. A realization, a conversation, a decision is forming quietly, and when it arrives, it will change the direction of their life. This Christmas is not just a holiday for them, it's a turning point. It's a moment when reflection becomes action and awareness becomes choice. Listen to this. You may feel moments where you want to reach out, to ask questions, to seek clarity, and then something inside you says wait. Trust that. Waiting right now is not weakness, it's wisdom. The universe is protecting both of you from half-spoken truths and rushed emotions that wouldn't hold under real life. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. When the moment reveals itself, it won't feel chaotic or confusing. It will feel calm, clear, and deeply settling. You'll recognize it not by excitement alone, but by relief. That's how truth arrives when it's meant to stay. Listen to this. Whether what unfolds brings a deeper commitment, an honest confession, or a shift that clears the path forward, it will happen with purpose, not fear. You are not being asked to force anything in this season. Destiny doesn't need pressure, it needs trust. Stay present. Stay open. Stay aligned with the peace you've cultivated. This story is still unfolding, and what is about to happen with your soulmate this Christmas will make sense of everything you've been feeling, even the moments you couldn't explain, because the universe never moves randomly, and it never speaks without intention, especially when it comes to hearts that are meant to recognize each other. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now as the energy tightens and the quiet grows louder, the kind of quiet that doesn't mean nothing is happening but that everything important is. Stay with me. Feel how your attention just narrowed? That's not curiosity, it's recognition. Something is aligning around your soulmate this Christmas, and the reason it feels close is because it is, closer than words but not yet ready to speak. Listen to this. There's been a subtle rearranging in their life, small shifts that don't look dramatic from the outside but feel heavy on the inside, habits changing without explanation, thoughts circling back to old truths with new gravity, moments where they pause mid-thought as if something inside them is asking a question they can't dodge anymore. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You're sensing it because soul connections share timing before they share details. The universe sends sensation first so the heart can prepare before the mind tries to control it. Listen to this. Christmas carries a reflective charge, a kind of spiritual stillness where distractions fall away and what's real steps forward. Your soulmate is stepping into that stillness now, whether they plan to or not. You may feel waves of emotion that don't have a clear source, sudden warmth, sudden concern, sudden calm that surprises you. That's resonance. That's your spirit tuning to theirs as something presses toward the surface. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. There have been signs layered into your days like breadcrumbs you weren't meant to follow yet, only to notice, repeating numbers catching your eye at the exact moment you thought of them, songs landing differently, memories resurfacing with an ache that feels purposeful rather than painful. Listen to this. 11. 11 has been reminding you that destiny is active, not hypothetical. 222 has been asking you to stay patient when curiosity tries to rush the process. 444 has been wrapping you in reassurance when doubt whispers too loudly. 777 has been calling you back to trust when logic runs out. These aren't decorations on your path, they're guardrails. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate's silence, if you've noticed it, is not absence, it's incubation. Truth grows in quiet. Courage matures in stillness. The universe often withdraws noise before it delivers clarity so the message can land without distortion. Listen to this. They are being asked to confront a truth about themselves, about how they love, what they avoid, and what they can no longer pretend doesn't matter. This isn't about guilt or regret, it's about alignment. Alignment feels serious because it costs old comforts. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may sense a crossroads forming, not as a dramatic fork in the road but as a narrowing, a sense that certain options are quietly closing while one path grows heavier with meaning. That's how destiny moves when it's kind. It doesn't shove, it clarifies. Listen to this. You're not meant to intervene. You're meant to be ready. Ready to receive truth without flinching, ready to stand steady if the ground shifts, ready to trust your body when it recognizes what your mind hasn't named yet. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Ask yourself, why does thinking about them feel different lately? Why does anticipation carry calm instead of anxiety? That's because your own awakening has been preparing you. You learn to measure love by how it settles your nervous system, not how loudly it announces itself. You learn to stay present without grasping, to hope without abandoning boundaries. That steadiness is protection. Listen to this. The universe does not deliver pivotal moments to ungrounded hearts. It steadies one while it reshapes the other. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. There may be interruptions coming, plans shifting, timing changing, conversation starting and stopping as if something is waiting to be said at the right moment. Let that be. Pressure builds before truth speaks. Silence stretches before clarity arrives. This is not delay, it's calibration. Listen to this. When the moment comes, it won't feel chaotic. It will feel weighted, intentional, and unmistakably real. You'll recognize it by the way your breath slows, by the relief that spreads through your chest, by the sense that something long held has finally found its place. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Whatever unfolds will touch the connection you share, not to test it, but to define it. Neutrality is fading. Something will move forward or be released with honesty. Either way, the air will clear. And clarity, when it's true, doesn't demand drama, it invites peace. Listen to this. You may feel the urge to fill the silence, to reach out for reassurance, to ask questions that haven't ripened yet. Resist that urge. Trust the timing that has brought you this far. Trust the calm that has been growing inside you. Trust that what's meant to meet you will do so without force. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Christmas is acting like a lens, focusing what's been scattered, magnifying what's been hidden. Your soulmate is seeing their life with sharper edges and softer truths. Seeing what feels like home versus what feels like habit. Seeing what can last versus what only distracts. That seeing changes people. Listen to this. Change doesn't always announce itself, sometimes it settles in quietly and waits for the right hour. You are close to that hour. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Stay grounded. Stay open. Let the quiet do its work. Because what is aligning around your soulmate is not random, not rushed, and not meant to harm. It is meant to reveal. And when revelation arrives, it will make sense of every nudge, every pause, every sign that asked you to listen instead of scroll. Don't scroll, listen to this, because this message is for you, and your heart needs this right now as the quiet reaches a point where it can no longer stay quiet, where even the smallest thought about them feels charged with meaning. Stay here. Feel the way your chest tightens just a little, like something important is circling closer. That's not imagination. That's timing narrowing. Something in your soulmate's life is shifting at a level deeper than circumstance, deeper than mood, and the reason you feel unsettled without knowing why is because soul connections sense pressure before events take form. Listen to this. There is an internal unraveling happening for them, not in a destructive way, but in a clarifying one. Layers they relied on, distractions, routines, excuses, are thinning. The questions they avoided are getting louder. And when questions stop being ignored, answers follow whether a person is ready or not. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may notice that your thoughts of them arrive suddenly, without invitation, during moments when you should be focused on something else. That's not distraction, that's resonance. Their inner world is sending ripples outward as it rearranges itself. Something is being weighed. Something is being measured against truth. And truth has weight. It slows people down. It makes them careful. It makes them quiet. Listen to this. Silence right now is not a lack of feeling, it's a surplus of it. Too much to rush. Too much to mishandle. Your soulmate is standing in a space where the universe is asking for honesty not just in words, but in direction. How they live. What they prioritize. Who they stop running from. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You're feeling the tension because neutrality is dissolving. The time where things could remain undefined is closing, not with force, but with gravity. Something is pulling their life toward a center point, and once gravity takes hold, drifting stops. Ask yourself, why does it feel like waiting, but not the anxious kind? Why does it feel like something is ripening rather than stalling? Listen to this. That's alignment moving from potential to decision. Angel numbers haven't been appearing to excite you, they've been stabilizing you. 11. 11 hasn't been saying, wish, it's been saying, pay attention. 222 hasn't been saying, wait forever, it's been saying, don't interrupt what's calibrating. 444 hasn't been saying, everything is perfect, it's been saying, you are protected while truth finds its voice. 777 hasn't been saying, everything will be easy, it's been saying, trust even when the map isn't visible. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate is being asked to confront a version of themselves they outgrew but never formally released. That confrontation is serious because it changes how someone moves forward. You can't carry old identities into new seasons without friction. Friction is what you're feeling. Not between you and them, but between who they were and who they are being asked to become. Listen to this. There may be moments when you feel a sudden urge to prepare, emotionally, spiritually, even physically. without knowing what for. That's instinct rising. Your soul knows a threshold is near. Not a catastrophe. A crossing. Crossings are quiet before they're clear. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You might sense interruptions in their life, things not landing the way they used to, plans feeling off, distractions losing their power. That's the universe removing noise so the signal can come through. When something important needs to be heard, the world gets quieter. Listen to this. Your role is not to decode every sign or chase certainty. Your role is to stay anchored. To remain in your body. To trust the calm you've cultivated. You are being prepared not for shock, but for clarity. Clarity does not shout. It settles. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. There is a moment forming where something will be acknowledged, maybe aloud, maybe inwardly, but once acknowledged, it cannot be unseen. And when that happens, choices rearrange themselves. Priorities shift. The future feels heavier in the best way. That moment is closer than it appears, which is why time feels strange around it. Stretching. Compressing. Bending. Listen to this. You may feel waves of emotion that don't feel like yours, sadness without story, calm without reason, hope without evidence. That's empathic resonance. It's how deeply connected souls share transitions. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. The universe does not warn to frighten, it attunes to prepare. You are being attuned. Not to react, but to receive. When the truth surfaces, it will ask something of you too, not panic, not pursuit, but presence. Presence is power when things shift. Ask yourself quietly, are you ready to stand in truth without rushing it? Are you ready to let clarity arrive without demanding it look a certain way? Sit with that. Let it breathe. There is no urgency yet, but there is importance. And importance always announces itself first as stillness. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Whatever unfolds next will not be random. It will feel intentional, even if it's uncomfortable at first. Even if it requires courage on both sides. The universe is not rearranging this connection to confuse you. It is rearranging it to define it. And definition is coming. Slowly. Carefully. Inevitably. Stay with the quiet. Let the pressure do its work. Because something meaningful is unfolding in your soulmate's life right now, and when it finally steps into the light, you will understand why your heart was asked to listen so closely instead of moving on. Don't scroll, stay right here, because the moment you felt that quiet pressure behind your eyes, that subtle pull in your chest that didn't ask permission, was the moment the universe leaned in closer. Listen to this. Your heart needs this right now. Something has crossed a line it can't uncross, and you're feeling the aftershock before the sound arrives. Stay with me. Notice how your thoughts slow when you think of them, how the room feels different, how time hesitates for a beat too long. That's not confusion. That's alignment tightening its grip. There is a seriousness gathering around your soulmate's life, not loud, not dramatic, more like a deep tide pulling everything toward a single truth. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. There have been interruptions, haven't there? Little misfires that don't make sense. Conversations that nearly happen. Plans that almost land. A sense that something wants to be said but keeps choosing silence instead. That silence isn't empty. It's weighted. It's the kind of quiet that comes before a bell rings in a cathedral, no one speaking, everyone listening. Listen to this. Your soulmate is standing in a place where old narratives can't protect them anymore. The stories they told themselves about timing, readiness, and later, are thinning, and when stories thin, truth presses through. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You can feel it because your connection doesn't travel through updates. It travels through instinct. You feel them closer when they pull inward because convergence doesn't always look like approach, it looks like preparation. Ask yourself, softly, why does their energy feel heavier but clearer at the same time? Why does waiting feel different than it used to, less anxious, more deliberate? That's because what's forming isn't a delay, it's a decision assembling itself. Listen to this. Angel numbers didn't show up to entertain you, they showed up to steady you. 11. 11 isn't a wish, it's a tap on the shoulder saying, pay attention. 222 isn't forever, it's patience with a purpose. 444 isn't perfection, it's protection while truth finds its voice. 777 isn't ease, it's faith when the map disappears. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate is being guided into an interior reckoning, the kind that asks for honesty not in feelings but in direction. How they live. What they prioritize. Who they stop running from. That reckoning feels serious because it costs comfort. Comfort resists. Comfort negotiates. Truth doesn't. Listen to this. You may sense an urge to brace yourself without knowing why, to ground, to clear your schedule, to protect your peace. That's wisdom rising. That's your nervous system getting ready to hold clarity without shattering. Stay here. Don't scroll. This message is for you because you are meant to be present, not predictive. There may be moments when you feel compelled to reach out, to close the gap with words, to ask the question that's hovering, and then something in you says, not yet. Trust that. Timing isn't withholding, it's calibrating. The universe often quiets mouths before it strengthens spines. Courage grows in silence. Listen to this. Your soulmate's life is narrowing, not with force, but with gravity. Options that once felt available are losing weight. One path is growing heavier with meaning. That heaviness is responsibility knocking. Responsibility doesn't rush in, it waits to be invited. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You might notice your dreams turning symbolic, your memory pulling scenes forward without explanation, your emotions arriving without a story attached. That's resonance. It's how connected souls share thresholds. The body knows before the mind approves. Stay with the sensation. Breathe. There is a moment forming where something will be acknowledged. Maybe aloud, maybe privately, but once acknowledged, it won't be able to hide again. When that happens, neutrality ends. Something will move forward or something will be released with honesty. Either way, the air will clear. And clarity, real clarity, doesn't agitate, it settles. Listen to this. You are not being warned to worry, you are being tuned to listen. The universe doesn't warn to frighten, it attunes to prepare. You are being prepared to receive truth without flinching, to stand steady if the ground shifts, to recognize relief as the signal that something is real. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Notice how anticipation carries calm instead of panic. That's because your own awakening has been doing its work. You learn to measure love by how it steadies your breath, not how loudly it announces itself. You learn to hope without gripping, to wait without weakening, to stay open without overreaching. That steadiness is your protection. Listen to this. The universe steadies one heart while it reshapes another. That's the design. There may be a ripple soon, an unexpected message, a change in tone, a pause that feels different than all the others. When it happens, you'll feel it before you understand it. Your intuition will go still. That stillness is your cue. Don't rush to label it. Let it land. Let it speak. There is a seriousness unfolding that isn't meant to break anything that's true, it's meant to reveal it. Stay present. Stay grounded. Let the quiet finish its sentence. Because what's aligning around your soulmate is not random, not rushed, and not meant to harm, it's meant to define. And definition is coming, carefully, inevitably, right on time. Don't scroll, stay with me. Because the shift you're feeling right now isn't a mood, it's a signal, and your heart needs this right now more than you realize. There's a gravity in the air, a sense that something has leaned forward and is about to speak, and the reason your chest feels tight but steady is because you're standing at the edge of knowing without words. Listen to this. Your soulmate's life is entering a narrow passage, the kind where distractions lose their shine and truth starts asking questions that can't be dodged. It doesn't arrive loudly. It arrives as pressure. As restlessness. As nights that won't settle and mornings that feel heavier than they should. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You've noticed the interruptions, haven't you? The plans that don't quite land, the conversations that almost happen, the pauses that stretch too long. Those aren't accidents. They're the universe clearing noise so something precise can be heard. Silence right now isn't absence, it's accumulation. It's the gathering of courage before honesty steps forward. Listen to this. Your soulmate is confronting a truth about direction, not just emotion, how they live, what they prioritize, and what they can no longer postpone. That kind of truth doesn't rush because it changes the map. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You're sensing it because your connection isn't maintained by updates, it's carried by intuition. You feel them closer when they pull inward because convergence looks like preparation before it looks like movement. Ask yourself quietly, why does waiting feel different now? Why does anticipation carry calm instead of anxiety? That's because alignment is maturing. Angel numbers have been steadying you for this moment, not exciting you. 11. 11 has been sharpening your attention, asking you to notice timing tightening. 222 has been teaching patience with purpose, not delay without end. 444 has been reminding you that protection surrounds you while clarity finds its voice. 777 has been calling you back to faith when logic runs out. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Your soulmate's inner world is reorganizing. Old identities are loosening. Old defenses are tiring. Comfort is starting to feel like a cage, and calling is starting to feel heavier with meaning. That heaviness isn't fear, it's responsibility knocking. Responsibility waits. It doesn't force entry. Listen to this. There's a difference between hesitation and discernment, and what you're feeling from them is discernment. They're measuring truth before letting it speak, because once it speaks, it won't be able to retreat. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You may feel an urge to prepare without knowing how, to ground yourself, to protect your peace, to clear space emotionally. That's wisdom rising. That's your nervous system getting ready to hold clarity without shattering. Stay present. You're not meant to intervene. You're meant to be ready. Ready to receive without flinching. Ready to stand steady if the ground shifts. Ready to trust your body when it recognizes relief as truth. Listen to this. Christmas carries reflective energy that dissolves distractions and brings what's real to the surface. Memory and possibility share the same room, and your soulmate is feeling that convergence. They're recognizing the difference between habit and home, between attachment and belonging. That recognition changes how a future is imagined. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. You might notice your dreams becoming symbolic, your thoughts drifting to them without warning, your emotions arriving without a clear story. That's resonance. It's how deeply connected souls share thresholds. The body knows before the mind approves. Breathe into that. Let the sensation be information, not instruction. Listen to this. There is a moment forming where something will be acknowledged, maybe aloud, maybe privately, but once acknowledged, it won't be able to hide again. When that happens, neutrality ends. Something will move forward with intention or be released with honesty. Either way, the air will clear. And clarity, real clarity, doesn't agitate, it settles. Don't scroll, your heart needs this right now. Notice how your peace has grown even without answers. That's not resignation, that's readiness. You've learned to measure love by how it steadies your breath, not how loudly it announces itself. You've learned to hope without gripping, to wait without weakening, to stay open without overreaching. That steadiness is protection. Listen to this. The universe steadies one heart while it reshapes another. That's the design. There may be a ripple soon, an unexpected message, a change in tone, a pause that feels different from all the others. When it happens, you'll feel it before you understand it. Your intuition will go still. That stillness is your cue. Don't rush to label it. Let it land. Let it speak. There is a seriousness unfolding that isn't meant to break anything that's true, it's meant to define it. Stay grounded. Stay open. Let the quiet finish its sentence. Because what's aligning around your soulmate is not random, not rushed, and not meant to harm, it's meant to reveal. And revelation, when it arrives with integrity, makes sense of every nudge, every pause, every sign that asked you to listen instead of scroll. Don't scroll, stay right here. Because now the veil lifts, and what you've been feeling without words finally finds its shape, and your heart needs this right now. Listen to this. The seriousness you sensed wasn't vague, and the quiet wasn't empty. Something is about to happen with your soulmate this Christmas, and it is not a coincidence, not a test, and not a fleeting moment. It is a convergence. The universe has been narrowing the path so that what has been circling in possibility becomes inevitable in truth. This season is the threshold. The pull in your chest, the pauses that lingered, the interruptions that rearranged plans, those were not delays, they were alignments. Christmas is acting like a lens, bringing memory and future into the same room, and your soulmate has reached the point where they can no longer carry the weight of avoidance. Listen to this. They have been holding a truth about you, about the connection, about what it asks of them, and the weight of that truth has grown heavier than their fear. That is why the silence felt charged. That is why time bent. That is why neutrality faded. Something is ready to be named. Not impulsively, not dramatically, but honestly. This is the moment where reflection turns into resolve. Where the heart decides to stop rehearsing and start choosing. You felt the seriousness because the choice is real. It is about commitment to truth, not just to feeling. It is about stepping out of half steps and into alignment. And alignment, once chosen, moves quickly. Listen to this. The angel numbers that followed you were not decoration, they were instruction. 1111 was calling attention to destiny activating. 222 was teaching patience so fear wouldn't rush the revelation. 444 was surrounding you with protection while courage gathered. 777 was asking for faith when the map disappeared. All of it led here. This Christmas carries a conversation, a realization, an action that cannot be postponed without cost. And the cost of postponing became higher than the cost of honesty. That is why it's happening now. Your soulmate is ready to stop living between options. Ready to stop calling comfort, timing. Ready to stop pretending the connection didn't change them. Listen to this. What unfolds will be clear. It will not feel chaotic or confusing. It will feel weighted, grounded, and unmistakably real. You will recognize it by the relief that spreads through your body, by the way your breath slows, by the quiet certainty that settles instead of the rush that agitates. This is not about spectacle, it is about truth landing. And when truth lands, it clarifies everything it touches. You may receive words that have been practiced in silence. You may see actions that speak louder than explanations. You may witness a decision that reorganizes priorities. However it arrives, it will answer the question you've been carrying without asking. Listen to this. The seriousness is not danger, it is depth. It is the moment where love stops hovering and starts rooting. It is the crossing from what if into this is. That's why your role was to stay grounded. To protect your peace. To wait without weakening. You were being prepared to receive this without losing yourself. And you did. That's why your anticipation carried calm. That's why you felt ready without knowing for what. This is the reveal. Something is about to happen because your soulmate has chosen alignment over avoidance, truth over delay, and courage over comfort. Christmas became the doorway because hearts soften and honesty can finally speak. What follows will define the connection, not test it. Neutrality ends here. Either the bond moves forward with integrity, or illusions fall away to make space for what's real. Either way, clarity arrives, and clarity is a gift. Listen to this. You are not late. You are not early. You are right on time. Everything you sensed was accurate because your intuition was listening before your mind tried to manage the outcome. Trust what settles. Trust what feels steady. Trust the relief. This is not the end of a waiting season, it is the beginning of a lived one. And when the moment arrives, when the words are spoken, the action taken, the choice made, you will understand why the universe asked you to slow down, to listen closely, to not scroll past the quiet. Because the quiet was carrying truth. And now, the truth is ready to be lived.